Hello, my fellow citizens of the 7th universe. My name is MyPlayer2, if you wish to be that specific, and welcome back to another Boruto Naruto Next Generation review of this week's episode. This week's episode was episode 5, The Mysterious Transfer Student. Now, for people who knew already, this is Mizuki. This is the child created by Orochimaru, according to the wiki. That's what's going on there. He is he comes to the village just random, like he just randomly shows up and he transfers over to Boruto's academy. Jesus, I can't talk for some reason. Haven't talked for a while. But yeah, he transfers over and immediately shows a giant first impression to the entire class. He seems like very, very chill, doesn't really know too much about normal day-to-day activities. He's kind of like a little bit different, but you could tell that he is at a completely different level, both with his knowledge and his like knowledge of like ninja stuff. Like, compared to everybody else, he's in a completely different level from everybody, which is, I mean, you could say that. I mean, you kind of expected that because it's like a synthetic child created. It's not just like a normal kid. Like, it was created by Orochimaru and his son himself. So, like, honestly, like, everything that he knows right now, he could have been just born with it. Like, he could just, like, immediately create it, bang, he knows all this stuff. Now, we find out that he is very, very proficient in both wind and lightning, which Boruto right away is just like, bullcrap. Lightning is a leaf village specialty. You don't know how to do freaking lightning. And we didn't get to see any lightning type jutsus in this episode, but Mitsuki's just like, yeah, I could do that. I'm pretty good at that. And Boruto's like, you're funny. And he's just like, nah, I honestly can do that. And they go off and like talking and stuff like that. And it seems like everything is good. You get to see a little bit of his wind style. His wind style is at a completely different level than many of the other kids. I mean, the only, like, other type of jutsu we have seen pretty much besides shadow clones and a wall. That's like, pretty much it from the kids. Oh, and shadow clone. I mean, not shadow possession jutsu. There we go, not shadow clones. Shadow possession. So we've only seen, like, a handful of different types of jutsus. Oh, and then we saw Choji's daughter's fist to get through the wall and stuff like that. We've seen that, but we haven't seen that many. And then Mitsuki just comes over and just absolutely demolishes the place through a jutsu that he used. Basically, from what you remember from the previous episode, the school's destroyed because Boruto's decided to summon a thingy, and they have to do class outside, and Mizuki does a type of jutsu to get these bugs away from him, because Shino tries to do a little thing and it goes completely wrong for them. And he tries to get the bugs away and it like completely destroys the school even more than it already has. And he's just like, oh, oops, my bad. Now, before that part comes out, we see a fight between, we see Boruto and, oh crap, what's his name? Dang it, forgot his name. But you know what I'm talking about. Headpiece dude. Who knows how to do earth style. He knows how to do all this stuff, and we get to see him fight against Mizuki, and Mizuki basically just plays around with him. You can see how he like moves around. He's wicked fast. He's kind of like Rock Lee with his speed, just going around, just doing like little tiny punches here and there. He's not very like powerful in his punches, but what he can do is dish out many punches from different angles, and that's what he was able to do to win. Also, he kind of went a little bit far and climbed up him and like started choking him out, basically like a snake. He did like a snake move, which obviously you could be like, oh, Orochimaru. Orochimaru up in here. Now, after the school day ends, when that fight, it goes to him like sitting on top of a building in the middle of the night, and he's like talking to himself, but he has a snake going around him, which you can kind of assume that he's talking. Like, we don't know who he's talking to, but we can assume that it's probably Orochimaru. And he, like, Orochimaru's probably just like, how was your first day of school? Is everything good? Do you like this? Do you like that? And you get to hear some things. It's fine, like, they're talking about a certain someone. You don't know who they're talking about, but we might be thinking it's Boruto. He says that he's talking to whoever he's talking to. He says that I'll find out if he's my son. like not S-O-N, but S-U-N. I don't know what that means, to be quite honest. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe like his pride and joy, maybe like his like how he's gonna grow as a person, or maybe it's just like I have no idea what that means. So it could be thrown up for you could be thrown up for like just debate as to what the heck that means. Now afterwards, there is actually another fight during this episode that takes place. One of the workers that's working on rebuilding the school gets the purple evil aura around him. And during this time, he's going like absolutely crazy, throwing all the support beams through windows, through walls, and just destroying the place. So all the kids try to stop him. Now, we find out that the Mizuki can see the purple aura as well as Boruto, which gives into the assumption that how is he able to see it? He doesn't have like a Byakugan or anything like that to see it. So what kind of eyes does he have? I mean, obviously his eyes are a little bit different. He kind of looks like Snake. He kind of looks stinky. But it gives you like the little bit of an assumption too. It's like, is he the reason why everything's causing this? But it didn't happen previously to it happened previously to him showing up. He might have been in the village for a long time before we even saw him show up, because like the first time we saw him last episode, he was overlooking the school. So he might have been in the village for a while. We don't know how long he's been in the village for before that. And I could assume that he's probably been in the village for a little bit, just because like you don't just show up to a village and immediately transfer. You're usually there for a little bit, and then you gotta do all the paperwork and all that stuff. So like honestly, he could have been there. He could definitely be the cause of it, but we're not entirely certain. People are wondering if he's the cause of all that stuff, because like he shows up and then all of a sudden a bunch of people are like have purple aura like more than once in a day, which is weird. So everyone's kind of like freaking out about that. But there's a fight between them. You see it's Sarada, it's Shikamaru's son, then it's Hat Dude, and then Boruto. They're all fighting together. I know I shouldn't learn the names of these characters before I do these episodes, but they do the fighting and everything. Everyone works together. As kids, they have fantastic teamwork. That I'm noticing. They have fantastic teamwork as as kids, which is really cool, because like in the original Naruto, I don't think they really had that much of like teamwork. It was more just like pride stuff, and just like, I'm gonna take care of him. Usually Sasuke's like, it's all me, blah. And then Naruto's like, no, it's all me, and all that stuff. So the fact that there's like no pride stuff and they're actually kind of working together is kind of interesting. And then also Boruto does this move on the guy who's getting captured, or the guy that has the purple aura, the worker, and actually like throws him off like a bearing. And then Mizuki does a wind style move to basically cushion the blow, so that, because he would have fell like a story and probably killed him and probably killed himself, and it cushioned the blow and everything was perfectly fine. And then Mizuki was like, you know, you should be more careful. I don't want you to die and that stuff. So it was kind of nice, but at the same time it's kind of creepy. So we have to see about that. Now, afterwards, because all this was happening when Shino decided that he wasn't feeling well, meaning he was soaping in the corner, and he was like all upset and everything because he had a plan of making Mizuki like feel welcome to the village, and it went horribly wrong because he decided to use his bugs for it, and the bugs like freaked everyone out and made everybody cry, and it made all the girls cry, and he got all sad. And then he got really upset because the one time that he's not there, his kids get hurt. So he gets like really upset and thinks that he can't do his job. And he goes up to the principal and is just like, I don't know if I can do my job. And they have like a little exchange, and he's feeling all upset. And now he is feeling doubt. He is feeling lots of doubt. He's feeling a lot of sadness. He's like, do I really have what it takes to be a teacher? What can I do to make these guys take me seriously? What do I do? Blah, blah, blah. And then the purple aura goes straight into him. So the purple aura, as you can see, it looks like it feeds off of negativity, because everybody who the purple aura has gone into has been negative. Like something is going bad in their life, and they're just like, well, I want to do this. Like, think about Deku. He's like, I want to be able to stand up against my dad, but I don't know what to do. If you do it for Metal Lee, he's like, I want to prove that I'm not just a weakling, but I don't know what to do. Now with Shino, it's like, I want to make my kids listen to me, but I don't know what to do. So he has the purple aura. Now, if you look at the purple aura, I'm like not linking anything. I mean, I'm not gonna push anything on the screen because obviously I don't want to get my channel destroyed. But if I can, I'll try making it as a thumbnail. I can't guarantee stuff, but you could see the shadow of the purple aura on Shino during this time, and it looks really weird because the purple aura has the figure of kind of like a werewolf, I would say. It's not a snake, because if it was Mizuki, you would think it would have like a snake type feature to it, because he's all about the snakes, because it's Orochimaru is all about the snakes and all that stuff. So like, it's not a snake. It actually kind of has the like the feeling, and like it has like the look of the thing that Boruto summoned last episode. I mean, you didn't get to see it that often, but honestly, like that's the comparison I made, was that he was kind of like, it's kind of like what he summoned up. And afterwards, Shino brings the three of them, Mitsuki, Boruto, and Shikamaru's son, all to like the middle of the woods, like the training woods, and Shino comes out looking absolutely terrible. He's got like the red beam through the eye, like a Terminator type thing, and he's like, "It is time for your final lesson," and all that stuff. So next episode is going to be interesting. Now, for this episode, I think it was pretty solid. It was alright. It was a good introduction to Mizuki and everything. I wasn't expecting like it would be like a full out like backstory over him or anything, but we'll probably get a backstory over him at some point. I mean, it's Naruto. There's always backstories. There'll probably be like a 20 episode spin-off on it. But like, some of the animation that I'm noticing, because I watched it on Crunchyroll and I saw some of the comments for this episode. Some people, I mean, it's only one person, but I kind of noticed it too. The animation quality was a little bit lower on this episode, because like you saw some like distant shots of the characters and like Boruto and those guys. There was like a shot where you're focusing on one guy, and in the background they're there, and they just have like the dot eyes. They have like the black dot eyes, which I mean, and they're not even, because usually that's the case. They're never even. But honestly, like, is it really that big of a deal? I really don't think it's that much of a big deal. All animes do that. Even like animes with like the best animation. We'll actually take that back. Sometimes they don't even show like really far distant shots of anime characters, because they want to avoid that. But they had that, so interesting enough. So it's interesting. Now, I keep saying interesting. It's really dang interesting. Now, on top of it, for the next episode, I said last time when we did this review that I'm expecting some like darker turns, because it's Naruto and all that stuff. It's starting to get a little bit darker just because Shino is doing that, but I mean, that might just be like an episode. Like, that's just like an episode of kind of like a darkness type feel, and then that's kind of it. That's it forever. And then it goes back to happy, and everyone's like, I'll take you seriously, Shino. That's honestly might be what's going on, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see on that stuff. Animation, once again, a little bit lacking, but the fighting looked nice. The fighting was solid. It's everything, just seeing Sarada fight, seeing everyone fight, it was very good, in my opinion. And bringing in like the real horror that Shino's got, like he's got like the bad stuff in him. They did it really well. I don't know why he's got like the Terminator eye, but he's got a Terminator eye, and it's kind of interesting. And I thought it was kind of funny, and I thought it was kind of cool. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the episode. Obviously, I'm watching this. This is not sponsored, because they won't ever sponsor me. They tried once, but they failed. You could watch it on Crunchyroll. You could do like, there's probably like some stuff that you can like get the episodes. Yeah, because the episodes are available for free users. Like a week from now. So you guys are like a week behind if you watch it on Crunchyroll. Oh well. I mean, if you do it that way, that's perfectly fine. But I mean, yeah, so let me know in the comments below what you thought of the episode, what you think Shino's gonna do to these poor defenseless kids that are looking up to their sensei. They don't really look up to him too much, but like look up to him enough for him to be a sensei. So what do you think is going to happen to Boruto and the gang? Do you think something good's going to happen? Do you think something bad's going to happen? You're going to figure out that, like, teamwork is going to play big in this? Is Mizuki going to show off some, like, crazy lightning move that's going to absolutely demolish Shino? Let's see. We have to see. I mean, Shino's still pretty dang good ninja, even though he's kind of awkward. he's still a really dang good ninja. So, we'll have to see. But on that note, everybody, I'm going to say thank you guys for joining me once again. And I will be seeing you later. Ta-ta. Yeah. So, Mitsuki. Freaking wind and lightning. I actually like him a lot. Love those moves.